One question that I'm often asked is, what is the best blocking buffer to use for my experiment? And my response is, well, it really depends. There are many factors that come into play when deciding which blocking buffer you want to use for your experiments. These factors include the antigen of interest, the host species of your antibodies, the sample type, and so many more. In theory, any protein can be used as a blocking agent as long as it doesn't have the affinity for your target protein. However, in reality, not all blocking agents will perform optimally for your targets, and that's because of the variables that I just discussed earlier. Luckily for us, scientists have done a great job of testing out different types of blocking agents and have narrowed it down to just a select few. These blocking agents bind to the membrane more consistently than others, and that's going to provide the optimal blocking for your assays. An ideal blocking buffer will bind non-specifically to your membrane and off-target proteins. It will eliminate background signal altogether without altering or obscuring the protein of interest for antibody binding. Now, most scientists that I work with have a preferred blocking buffer that they like to use for every experiment. And this is great in a way because it makes your protocol simple and streamlined. However, in practice, there really is no single blocking buffer that will work for every antigen and antibody pair. You may have a new target that yields little to no signal on your membrane, or your membrane can appear dirty with a lot of non-specific bands. Therefore, it's really better for each target and sample type that you test out multiple blocking buffers to determine which one is best for your target. Blocking buffer solutions are composed of a buffer base, such as TBS or PBS, and also a blocking agent. Even though your lab may have a typical blocking buffer, it's really good to know that you have other options available to you when you're ready to troubleshoot. Now, regardless of which blocking buffer you should use the same components of your blocking buffer to make your primary and secondary antibody solutions. For example, if you use a PBS-based blocker, be sure to use that PBS as your buffer base for your antibody dilutions and washes. The same goes for TBS. By using the same chemical environment and keeping your pH consistent for your membrane, you will obtain consistent results with low background. Well, now that we've discussed how to choose the best blocking buffer, next we'll discuss the different blocking buffer options.